Hi everyone, this is Down the Rabbit Hole with Alice. Today I'm going to be doing another channeled message reading for you guys. Before I start, always listen to your intuition, trust yourself, trust your guides, trust your spirit team, whatever you believe in. And yeah, so some signs that this could be for you is music. The name Jeff was coming up, and then also like discovering or like strengthening abilities. And this could be any sort of ability. This could be singing, this could be spiritual abilities, this could be like dancing, writing, things like that, whatever it is for you. Crocheting, that came up. And then I was getting, I don't know if it's a quote or like what to call it, but it's like the term that people say that like it takes a village to, and then insert whatever they say afterwards. Um, but I do have a message that I wrote down that I was connecting with spirit, so I'm going to read that to you guys first, and then we can get into some tarot. Look to the earth for support and ease. Filter out all the distractions for a while and allow yourself to breathe. Often we get stuck in the cycles that close us off to magic and miracles. We lose sight of what matters because of fear and pain that seems to be everywhere and endless. It starts to close in on you, forcing you to see nothing but dark, but that's not all there is. This is a reminder to go outside and step into the grass beneath you, if only for a moment. Take in the smell of the air and witness the life around you everywhere. Hear the birds chirp and the whistling of the wind. The earth is speaking to you, so allow yourself to listen. Do not fear quiet, since that is where you will see and hear the magic. So that's a pretty short one. I thought it was really pretty. There's a lot of like earth energy and connecting with the earth and Mother Gaia, you could have had like a personal experience out in nature recently or are going to. Yeah, just make sure you're connecting with the earth as well, Sometimes I feel like as society has programmed us to, we get so lost in, and sometimes we need to, to survive and stuff, but we get so lost in doing and going, and we're not really able to like sit out in nature and you know connect with the earth and how she supports us and stuff like that. So this could just be a call to really connect with nature and be more comfortable with it, even if it's just for a few moments, But spirit guides, angels, and ancestors of the highest light, please come through. Thank you. What is the message? What is the message? What does the collective need to hear at this time? Okay, so we have the Lovers and the Three of Cups. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy surrounding like obviously connection, but also balance. Balance was coming up a lot. The yin yang symbol could be significant for somebody. Any sorts of symbols that like what am I trying to say here? Like signify balance. And then the King of Swords. Okay. So yeah, we have the Lovers, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and then the King of Swords. So sorry, give me one moment. Okay, so this is definitely a message, I would say, if you resonate with this, from Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, the spirits of the earth. It feels like a call to really bring back the balance to the side of slowing down, to connecting, to communicating, to communicating with nature and like the earth around you and receiving that communication, because like I said in here, I feel called to read a segment again. There's this part that's like, yeah, here it says, the earth is speaking to you, so allow yourself to listen. So oftentimes when we're, doing the same thing over and over and we're in like survival mode, it's very hard to see the signs, see the synchronicities, and see past what we're perceiving in the moment of like fight or flight. And this just really feels like there's kind of maybe for some of you an unbalance in that area of slowing down, of taking it easy, of connecting with what's around you and nature, and going out. I just saw the high priestess. Why am I struggling with that? What? I saw the high priestess, which is, intuition. So there could be a disconnection from your intuition and maybe your path currently, because you've been in survival mode for either a long time, or, you've just been in it for a while, or it's been overwhelming. So yeah, I'm just really getting to, if it's helpful, if you feel called to, go connect with nature, even if it's for like 5 to 10 minutes a day, or it doesn't even have to be every single day if you're really busy or you're really struggling, but getting out in nature can help with so much. It can help with calming your nervous system. This is interesting. I feel like this resonates, but recently, personally, I've been drawn to like somatics, um, and stuff like that. And it's really helpful for like the nervous system if you struggle with having like a really unregulated nervous system. I'm so sorry if you can hear stuff in the background, but I'm just gonna keep going. If you can hear, what? If you can hear, what was I gonna say? Yeah, just connecting with yourself, connecting with your intuition, connecting with nature, really slowing down, and for some of you, maybe reevaluating something. I don't know, that was coming up. But for others of you, really just taking care of your body and your mind and your spirit. And, you know, the earth gives us messages all the time, whether you believe in like the earth, spirit, whatever you believe in, but they're constantly trying to give us messages and show us that we're on the right path, or show us things, or give us guidance. And when we disconnect from that part, which is like inherently a part of us and always has been, because we, to a degree, we come from the earth, but when we're disconnected from that, it can make things really difficult and cause a lot of confusion and even sometimes frustration and just an unregulated nervous system. So yeah, I felt called to talk about that. Spirit, what is this King of Swords? Yeah, there could just be a disconnection of that connection with the divine, or just earth, and it could be feeling really scary. So just have grace for yourself, have compassion for yourself, and just bring awareness. Like the biggest thing with things like this is awareness is key, right? Because if you're constantly like subconsciously doing things, that's just a cycle over and over and over, you're not going to recognize um certain things when it's so deeply ingrained into your mind and even your nervous system, because you've been doing it for so long. So the biggest thing, I believe, one of the biggest things to spirituality and changing, how we want to show up in the world, is awareness. But if we don't have that awareness, it's very hard to, yeah, it's very hard to change anything. So this is just a call to like bring awareness to, okay, what's not working, or what is causing this disconnection with spirit and your divine team, or Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, or I'm also getting like other gods and goddesses if you work with other gods and goddesses as well. Like if there's a disconnection, find another way that's going to be beneficial for you. You know, because sometimes I feel like things work for a certain amount of time for us, and then you have to change things around because they're not working as much, or they're not giving you that full fulfillment of like that connection. Like maybe there's another way to like deepen your connection with spirit, the divine, the earth, you know? So yeah, that could be significant. It just feels like this what did I tell you? The Eight of Cups. So there's this like, yeah, it's like a disconnection, this sort of like not feeling fulfilled because there could be maybe subconscious cycles that are like, you know, like you're looping in but you're not recognizing it. So maybe just take a moment, go out in nature. You know, you don't have to, obviously. This is just like, you could do this. Go outside, connect with earth and just listen. You know, quiet your mind and just listen. And don't be harsh or mean to yourself, but if things come up, allow them and be like, okay, like now I recognize this, now I'm aware of this, you know? What can I do to change this or make this better for myself, or, you know, to help maybe for other people? Maybe it's something with another person. Spirit, are there any other messages for this collective, please and thank you? It was 11:43 on the timer just now, like on the video. I don't have a timer, but I have a video timer, so I guess it's the same thing. But I felt called to talk or mention that. Okay, what else? Anything else for the spirit? Or the spirit? Interesting. For the spirit. Weird. Oh, I'm so sorry, trigger warning, if some of you have recently lost like a pet or something, because I'm suddenly picking up energy of like passed on animals and stuff. Oh, I'm feeling emotional. I'm so sorry. Losing a pet is really difficult. Losing anyone. But a pet, it's a different type, you know. It's a different type of grief. Huh. Some of you could be struggling with finances right now, or just having certain blockages around it. And it could be really stressing, to the point where it's putting you, okay, this makes sense, yeah. So some of you could be struggling with finances, and this is causing you to go into like a state of fight or flight, and maybe some old habits or, you know, subconscious things that you've done that, you know, it's making it really difficult to have that connection or feel grounded in your reality because you're struggling so much with this particular issue in finances. And yeah, a big thing that could just help is getting out in nature, you know, because you can only do so much. You can only do so much, but in that free time that you do have, if you do have any, just connecting with the earth, grounding yourself, and yeah, just having grace with yourself, because finance issues are scary. They're really scary, and it's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people have financial issues, and it's scary, and it puts a lot of us into a fight or flight. So yeah, just connecting with the earth and grounding yourself can be really helpful at this time, especially if you are struggling with that. If you're struggling with anything, obviously, but just making sure that you, I feel like I'm repeating a lot, but just making sure you ground yourself. Yeah, what did I say about cycles? Oh, I forgot about this card. The Hierophant card came out earlier, and it really, oh no, I did mention that, like the awareness. Oh, that's crazy that I'm brought to that. Okay, so your spirit team really wants to highlight like an awareness towards either these subconscious things that you've been doing or things maybe you are aware of that are keeping you in certain cycles. And we're all the time, we're always going through cycles, we're always, whether they're perceived as good or bad, but they're bringing, yeah, we have the Six of Swords. That's crazy. Like a cycle that is like keeping you in a certain, I don't want to, frequency, I guess, if that resonates, but like, yeah, just keeping you in a certain way of thinking that is bringing you more stress than it needs to be. And I know I'm always very wary about saying certain things, especially when it comes to finances, because this is real life, like these things genuinely affect us every single day. But yeah, I'm not going to elaborate on that. If that resonates, it resonates, but I'm not feeling called to say anything else. Weird. Anything else for the collective? It's going to clear up, like, but they're really calling you, yeah, it's going to clear up. What did I say? Ace of Wands. An opportunity could be coming, some sort of, I'm hearing contracts, like maybe business contracts could be significant. It's going to clear up this issue that you're having, but in the meantime, while you can't really do anything more than what you were doing, I'm just, yeah, just, they're really re-elaborating, like, get outside, take care of your body, take care of your mind, bring awareness to the things that you can bring awareness to, and just be very kind to yourself. Um, some of you could connect with God, because I'm feeling drawn to mess with my necklace, so, yeah. You could be praying a lot as well. Keep praying. Like, they hear you. They understand what you're going through. They understand your situation. They want to help you. Like, sometimes we just need that reminder that they hear us. They're here for us. They're wanting to work with us. They are working with us. And they're like, hey, let's just bring some awareness to this. See if you can look at this. See how we can handle the situation at hand in the best way that we can without stressing ourselves too much, because putting ourselves into fight or flight, it doesn't make anything better. You know what I mean? So I hope this message resonates with the collective for whoever sees this. I hope you guys, besides that, are doing well and keep going. You're doing great, and keep trusting yourself and trusting the vine, trusting the process. Like, it'll be okay. Everything to a degree is a temporary experience. So trust yourself, trust your guides, um, care for yourself, love yourself, and yeah, keep going. You guys got this. Bye.